If Jesus didn't have free will, what makes you think you do? This is supposedly God in the flesh they were talking about. God in the flesh made it clear in the book of Matthew when he was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane that he did not want to get put on the cross. The whole entire reason why Jesus was even born was to die and get put on the cross. He knew this, but yet he said, God, please let this cup pass over me. If he did not want to get put on the cross, why did he end up on the cross? Because God wanted him to. It was his destiny. God couldn't even avoid his destiny. When God told Jonah, go to Nineveh and go preach, Jonah said, fuck that, and took the ship to Tarshish. What happened? Those who read the story know that God sent a violent storm that almost broke the boat that Jonah was on. And he had to get off of the boat for the storm to end. And when he got off the boat, not only was there a storm, but he also ended up getting swallowed by a whale. And God didn't deliver him until Jonah said, all right, I'll listen to what you told me to do. Jonah didn't want to do what God told him to do, but he still had to do it. Why? Because it was his destiny. If I hold a gun to your head and tell you that you have free will to do what I tell you to do, or you cannot do what I tell you to do, but if you choose not to listen to me, I'm going to pull the trigger. Do you actually have free will, or is that an ultimatum? Free will does not exist. God doesn't even have free will himself. If God is perfect, this means that he cannot sin, which means that he does not have the ability to sin. And to sin means to veer off. So really to sin means to go against your nature. And it is impossible to go against your nature. God can't give you something that he does not have. If you were made in the image of God, that means that you are the reflection. And the reflection can only imitate the image that's being reflected. That's all it can do. So if you are a reflection of God and God doesn't have free will, what makes you think you do? You may have an awareness of other options to choose from, but at the end of the day, you're always going to pick the option that is in alignment with your nature, whether you want to or if you don't want to, because that is your destiny. You have a purpose. You have a fate. Your heart is guiding you somewhere. And you know damn well, and if you don't know damn well, you know now, that if you do not follow your heart and live according to your nature and live according to your destiny, there will be consequences that you're not going to like. Even God couldn't avoid his own destiny. What makes you think you can? Some of us have a higher calling. The higher your calling, the higher the consequences are for you not responding to that calling. Some of us are ascended masters, angelic beings from higher realms, came here to guide humanity in the higher consciousness. But when you have a purpose or a destiny that's that pristine, you need to be prepared to carry that out. Before you can show others how to awaken their innate abilities, you have to first learn to awaken yours. And this can only happen by you awakening your heart chakra, because your heart chakra is what connects you to God. It balances your higher chakras and the lower chakras. Doesn't God say that he is the God of good and evil? Which means that he's universally balanced. God's not a good God or an evil God. God is just the ruler of both realms. And God is a frequency that you're supposed to activate or tap into so that you can have God's abilities. Because after all, if you are the reflection of God, you are God as well. And you're here to carry out God's divine will. So if you would like to learn how to awaken your heart chakra, click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Awakening the Divine Mind. If you wait, it may be too late.